And welcome to Charlie's Operation Shrink Charlie's Big Butt Turkey tutorial. Today I'm going to show you how to make the perfect turkey. But before I do, we've got a few things that we need to cover. First of all, I have a bird back here. This is a 12-pound butterball turkey. And it is cleaned and everything is out of it. There are no gizzards, there's no stuffing or anything. We really don't need to fancy it up because the taste of this turkey is going to speak for itself when we're done. Now, we're going to come up here for the ingredients, and this is really easy. You're going to need 2 cups of spiced apple cider. Next, you're going to need half a stick of regular sweet cream butter. And in this, I have mixed in 2 tablespoons of honey, and we're going to go ahead and pour that into the apple cider. Next, we are going to put in 3/4 of a cup of brown sugar packed. There we go. I packed it pretty well, apparently. This is going to increase the sweetness a little bit and allow the bird to have just a little bit of a beautiful shine on it once it's all said and done. Next, we're going to go ahead and add just a little bit of pepper and a little bit of salt into our mixture. Not very much, just a couple shakes. And then finally, I have here 1 tablespoon of minced garlic. You're more than welcome to press it yourself if you're feeling fancy or if you're very domestic. I am not. I got mine in a jar. We're going to go ahead and mix all of this together, and then my phone is going to ring and I am going to ignore it. Go ahead and stir this up. Make sure that it is very mixed. The sugar should dissolve fairly quickly in the apple cider mix. And since I'm not going to redo any of this, we're just going to keep moving on like my phone never rang. Now I present the bird. Before I pour this on, there's a couple things that I would like to point out to you. First of all, this isn't a regular cheapy $1 roasting pan that you can get at your local grocery store. It is deep, it is wide, however it is flimsy. So you will notice that I have it in a cookie sheet or in a baking pan. I happen to have a very large baking pan, so this works perfectly. If you don't have a baking pan this size, you can just use a regular cookie sheet. But you don't want to have to fight the hot bird as you're trying to pull it out because this is just going to sink in the middle. So make sure that you've got some stability under there. The other thing that I have already done before I put the turkey into the roasting pan was I sprayed the outside of it with my favorite generic buttery cooking spray. This just helps for the juices to not stick so much on the side. And since I'm really, ever since the diet, I've cut the amount of butter on this recipe a lot. So this just kind of helps me feel like I'm getting enough butter flavor in there. Okay, I already have my oven set to 320 degrees. It's a little bit lower than what the butterball information tells you to do. And we're going to decrease this a little bit as we go along. The reason for this is that you want the bird to cook, but you don't want the skin to burn. And now I'm going to go ahead and pour on my apple cider, honey, butter, brown sugar, salt, and pepper mixture. And we're just going to pour this all over the bird. And this is just going to help the natural juices that are going to cook. It's just going to give the turkey a really good flavor. Okay, my oven is preheated and I just heard it cycle, so we are ready to go ahead and put this into the oven. Before I put it in the oven, I'm going to share the first part of my secret to a really good turkey. If you'll notice the way that the bird is in the pan, right now I have the breast side down. That is because I'm going to flip this bird over every 40 minutes. The way that it works out with the math is that I will do the breast side down for 40 minutes, flip it up so that the breast is up and cooking, and another 40 minutes, and keep doing that. But my very last cycle will be with the breast up, and that is going to give us the really pretty glow and the nice brown turkey that everybody loves to see on Thanksgiving. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and get some foil, and I'm gonna put this in the oven for our first 40 minutes. Stay tuned.